Time to put your energy into what you actually want and leave the nonsense behind. On Friday, November 7th, Uranus retrogrades into Taurus, which is going to provide us with what we need to integrate what it is that we have evaluated while Uranus was retrograding in Gemini. So it started retrograding in Gemini on September 6th, and now it is retrograding back into Taurus, and it's going to stay retrograde in Taurus until February 4th, so that's about 3 more months. Let me read you the description from astrology.com so you can get an idea of what this beautiful energy is bringing in for us. It says, this retrograde remix gives us one final chance to release toxic energy and begin anew for the upcoming year. It's a perfect moment to chase your desires while staying mindful of deception. Interesting there. We are dealing with Uranus energy. And the Gemini highlights that were coming in for us, like the new ideas, the new notions that you might have, these aha moments, integrating them in with innovation. Now we get to ground that energy as Uranus retrogrades into Taurus. We get to have an understanding of how we can integrate that into our lives, those bright ideas or those new, maybe unconventional ways of doing things. So let's roll the dice and see what this is going to provide for us. It's a 1 and a 3, a 1 and a 2, making it a 3, a 1 and a 2, making it a 3. Again, new ideas and decisions being made to integrate or to collaborate differently. This feels actually like very good. Also, what I'm getting is one step at a time, 1 to 2, right? We're beginning something new. We need to figure out how to implement it into our lives. And it may take a bit of time to understand how to do that. You may have to make different choices. Let's get these cards shuffled up to see what kind of guidance we're getting from the cards. All right, so we're leaving behind what doesn't work. Think of it that way and integrating what does. Let's see what we have here. Shake, release, heal, move on. Let me show you this up close. Couldn't be better. I'm just taking another look at the energy of that animal there. It is this sense of chaos is what they're saying. Something that may have felt like it was swirling or a bit chaotic or like new ideas popping up here, there, and everywhere now is going to be released or integrated into your life. You are going to have this understanding of how it is that you can do that, what it is you're meant to put your time and energy, thought processes into, what you're meant to invest in, to put your money into even. They're asking me to take another look, so I'm just going to take another look here. The heel on this card is very big and very bright. So there is definitely healing being indicated as Uranus retrogrades into Taurus. That's nice because what happens is it's like you can have all the ideas that you want, but if you don't bring them into this plane of existence or into reality or into your physical experience, then nothing's really changed or healed. Shake, release, heal, move on. Shake, release, move on. Maybe we're moving on that energy. This feels like if things have been, again, chaotic is the word they're giving me. But like things have been moving around, swirling around. You're like, I don't know what is happening here. This feels good. This feels good. We're grabbing those energies and we're looking at what works, what doesn't, or what really aligns with you is more like it so that you know how to release what it is that you've been carrying, what it is that you've been doing just on a day-to-day basis. This energy really feels like it's going to set us straight or give us what we need to put into place different ways of doing things in our lives, moving on, releasing and moving on from things that just aren't working for you anymore, especially in the ways that you are doing things. So this could be like certain schedules, certain lineups, the way that you move about the world, the way that you're detailing things. Even, yeah, there's talking about even the micro things may matter. Like you could just switch one thing up and it makes a much smoother path forward for you, or a smoother integration of it, or a smoother transition for you. So you want to be paying attention to the little pieces and parts, especially, but of course the bigger picture of what's not working, right? If something's not working, there's probably something in that needs to be innovated, changed, released. And it's being shaken up, or has been shaken up for you to observe, to understand, to have these new highlighted ideas. And again, if it's not conventional, that's not really the point. It can be unconventional. It can be something that seems a little strange or would have felt strange to you in the past. And now you're like, I think I want to implement this into my life. I feel like this new schedule, this new way of doing something, these steps, is what they're saying, like this step and then this step, and I don't need this step anymore. Why am I even doing that? Can be very helpful to be able to move on. And there's a healing that is happening naturally, almost innately, as you are evaluating, taking in these new ideas, again, through the Uranus retrograde. And as we move into the Taurian energy, Uranus retrograding in Taurus, we're bringing those ideas and implementing them into our physical experience. This provides us with the opportunity to heal things just by doing it differently, moving on from the old way that we were doing it, bringing in a new idea, bringing in an innovative way. And again, it could be very small. I don't feel like this has to be huge change and transformation. For some of you, little pieces and parts being adjusted to match the alignment that you have now is going to make a huge difference. Let's see what the tarot has to give. The Ace of Moons. There you go. The Ace of Moons is the Ace of Cups. This is opening up your heart to a new way, always. It's a new beginning that allows your heart center to be involved. Also, definitely connected to the heal energy that's so predominant in this oracle card here, right? Something wants to heal. You may be just finding yourself doing things with more love. An ace is always the start of something. So even though we have Uranus still retrograding for another 3 months, this is the start of it moving into a very grounded, pleasurable, joyful kind of energy as it moves into Taurus. The Ace of Moons is going to ask you to evaluate what your heart is asking of you. What does your heart need? What do you love doing? Does this feel good to you? Is the way that you're doing something working for you? Are the schedules, again, the schedules or the lineup or the steps that you're taking working for you? If they're not working for you and it doesn't feel good, this combination, especially an Ace of Moons or an Ace of Cups, that's your heart, an Ace of Hearts. How does this serve me? Is it positive for me? Is it joyful? Is it loving? These are the questions we're asking. How can I do it differently so that it does feel like it's supporting me in a way that is compassionate, or that is empathetic, or that is caring? Like, are you a part of this equation in the things that you're doing? Are you taking a moment to go, this doesn't feel good, or I love doing this? You may be beginning things that you love. You may be shifting the way that you go about your day-to-day tasks just to make it more enjoyable for yourself. This is about opening up your heart to a new way. We had the ideas coming in, you're noticing those, and now it's time to kind of step on to the plane of this plane of existence, step onto your path and allow that to lead. An Ace of Cups says, let your heart be filled, be filled. Let the divine fill your heart or your cup and let it overflow. So I would say try to infuse, love into things that you really either don't like doing or you have to do. It's like, how can I bring more love and attention to this so that it feels like it's serving me, or that it's supporting me, or that it's filling me up in a different way. And that's why the healing feels very innate. It feels like naturally occurring, because you're not going, how do I heal this? You're going, how can I bring more love to this? How can I shift this around? Maybe you always eat like breakfast at the same time, or you always eat the same thing, or you always do the same thing, and you haven't stopped to ask yourself, does this work? If there have been hints or insights that you've been getting about the way that you're doing things, now is the time to start to try something different, integrate something different, add a little different energy to it. See if there's something that you can bring into your life that feels like it's going to align better with your physical experience and your emotional experience together. And then you'll find, oh, this is working better for me. And the thing that I was struggling to, let's say, heal or transition or transform is naturally healing and naturally transforming and feels a whole lot better. So you don't want to be afraid to integrate new ideas, new ways of doing things with this Uranus retrograde in Taurus energy. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, your heart needs it. That's what they just said. Your heart needs it. Oh, we're getting the bicycle charm again. We got this charm. There's the bicycle charm for you up close. We got this charm not so long ago. I'm recalling, because the energy of it is the same. It's like integration or forward movement. With a bicycle energy or a bicycle charm, you're always going to get a forward moving energy with a dual two, right? Two wheels. So this could be you and someone else working together in a different way, shifting things up to move forward. That just feels better. Like if you're splitting tasks with someone, maybe you're doing the task that you don't like to do and they're doing the task that they don't like to do. And if you just switched it, the wheels would spin a whole lot better. It would be more smooth. Like why aren't we doing the thing that we enjoy more? Why did I assign myself to this and you assigned yourself to that when you're better at this or you like this better, right? Like switch it up. See what happens. Also, this could be you making decisions on how to move forward in a more smooth way, right? We've got a new beginning and decisions with the role. It could also be you and, your spirit team or the divine working together to innovate something for your path ahead and move you forward in a different way. The goal here is to understand that we have to evaluate, and we have. Hopefully you've been doing that. As we move into this energy over the next 3 months connected to the Uranus retrograde, it's about trying to implement things trying new things is what I would say. Don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid to make small adjustments that create a better feeling for yourself. And then don't worry about forcing a healing or forcing a transformation. You're going to be saying yes to that transformation or yes to that healing by integrating small little changes that make you feel a whole lot better. Okay, so you can visit the astrology playlist for more guidance, of course. This is the beginning. This retrograde is the beginning of 3 different aspects that I'll be pulling on that are retrogrades. So it's interesting. We have 2 planets retrograde right now, and this is going to, the 3. Uranus retrograde in Taurus is already happening, right? But it's moving into Taurus. And then we've got 2 more coming up in the next few days, several days, that I'm going to be talking about. So lots of retrograde energy. For a complete look into the retrograde guidance right now, and of course into 2026, as these planets, some of them will continue to retrograde into 2026. Check out the 5 planets in retrograde pick a card reading that I have available for you. That takes a look at all 5 of these planets and your guidance for each of the retrogrades. You can find that on thespiritexperience.com. The link is in the description. I'll leave it down below for you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss the upcoming video guidance. And thank you so much for watching.